Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a 4-camera system from Zmodo. And this is a security camera with 1080p capabilities. Let's check it out. Now we've looked at Zmodo products in the past, and today we're going to take a look at a new generation of Zmodo security cameras that are great for in the home. They have Wi-Fi capabilities, 1080p, night vision capabilities, and they're also very compact. This is a great value. This is a 4-camera system, and it's just under $150. It's around $124, I believe, on Amazon. So I'll put the link in the bottom so you can see that. So let's go ahead and check it out, see what's in the box, and we'll set them up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when new videos become available. Alright, so before doing the unboxing, let's take a look at some of the specs that we have here. So this is the Zmodo EZCam, and a couple things that they highlight. First of all, that's easy to set up, HD video, two-way audio, motion detection, remote access, and night vision. If we take a look at some of the specs that we have right here, and we'll zoom into that right here, you have 1080p HD cameras, 2.1 millimeter lenses, a field of view of 120 degrees, 26-foot IR night vision sensor with motion detection, and it is supporting all the Wi-Fi 802.11bgn standards, which is great, and 1080p capable with built-in speaker and microphone. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Now in the box, you're going to have your camera with a stand, the power adapter, as well as a mounting system here. So you have some screws as well as with some drywall support, and then a user guide. Now let's take a closer look at the camera itself. So the camera does have a base, so you can see how, and it's a pretty sturdy base. It's a metal material, so it's metal, not plastic. Very sturdy, gives you the ability to put it in multiple angles, and it stays, so it's not floppy in any way as some of the older cameras that I've seen in the past. So that's nice. It does have these areas right here where you can put some screws and mount it on a ceiling or on a wall. And it has the camera itself, you can rotate it. So if you have it upside down, you can just rotate it just like this to get it the right way, or you rotate it this way. Right? The power source, which is over here in the bottom, micro USB, which is pretty standard, and then again you have the speakers and everything here in the back. The power cord itself is a self-enclosed unit, so in some cases I've seen a USB cable that gets plugged into a power brick. This is a power brick that has a USB cable connected to it. I kind of like that because it makes it simple, it doesn't disconnect, and it's definitely long enough for you to be able to mount this in any location. Now, one of the things that you'll need to do is go to the either Android Marketplace or the Apple Marketplace and get the Zmodo app. You'll install this, you'll register, and then the next step is to click on this little plus sign here to actually add the camera. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, adding the camera is a pretty simple exercise. All you do is you hit that little plus sign, you're going to choose Z-Link, and you'll go through this process of enabling or connecting to your camera. Now, one of the things that you'll have to do is connect the Wi-Fi of your phone to the Wi-Fi that's inside the camera. So the camera itself has a little Wi-Fi, I'm not going to call it a hotspot, but a Wi-Fi ID that allows you to connect for the initial configuration, and that's a one-time deal. You use that for the first time configuration. Now once you've done that, you're going to be able to see your camera. You'll go through the naming convention, and you'll also go through a password convention where you can set a password to the camera itself, which I recommend so that no one can manipulate or see the content of your camera. So let's now take a look at the app. Now the app itself is an app that's designed to serve multiple devices that exist within the Zmodo ecosystem. So what you see here in the app is a preview of the cameras that I have enabled. And remember, you have 4 cameras here, and you would see them listed all the way here in the bottom. I wasn't too creative on the naming, but you can call these bedroom, you can call them whatever you want. Garage, I just call them Cam 1 and Cam 2. You do have several other products that are within the Zmodo ecosystem that include, cloud storage, which you can purchase. You have lighting. You have also environmental when it comes to thermostats. And then obviously what we're doing is looking at video. So let's take a look at the video options. And here you're seeing the cameras, one that I have here and then one that I have in my living room. And they have some pretty decent features. So let's go ahead and zoom into one of them. Alright, so let's take a look at the ones here first. So you have the ability to change your settings from low quality to high definition. You'll notice that you have the date and time taking place here. You do have the ability to tap to record, take a picture. You also have additional settings that are going to give you the ability to invert the video. So if you have this mounted on a ceiling, you can invert it. You have, let's look at the mode settings here that you have. You have home, away, sleep, and awake, and what should happen with each one of these modes. You have sharing capabilities. So if we go into sharing, you can share this with others. You also have motion detection, which is pretty cool. So what you can do is you can draw an area that if there's motion in this specific area, you can be notified. You also have night vision, which we'll see in a couple seconds. So we'll test that. There is a cloud service, and the cloud service, right now there's a 30-day trial, but it's very affordable. They're ranging from under $5 and above, depending on how much history you want to have and how much you want to start with. But they give you a 30-day free trial for 7 days of cloud storage, just so you can see how it works. You also have volume settings. So these volume settings are the volume settings for the actual speaker that's in the camera itself, and you can use that tap to talk, and it's pretty decent. It's a small speaker, but it does its job. And then you have the video performance, so you can set up 10 frames per second, 20 frames per second, or 25 frames per second. So now to get a closer look, what I'm going to just do is I'm just going to rotate my phone like this, and you'll notice that the screen now kind of took full view. And what we're going to do is just do a pinch so you can see the quality. So this is an HD view of what's going on here, right? So that's what that would look like. You do have some features here that you can use. Again, as you tap, you can make it smaller. You can actually speak through it. And let's go back one step. Let's switch cameras. I'll go to the living room, and we'll rotate here. And I'm going to change the video quality first to high definition. You saw how quickly that changes. And now this is my living room, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see what you can expect. And again, this is great because you can mount it, and then with the actual pivot head. And let me go back to this one so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, you can adjust, and it's pretty real time. So I'm moving it down so that I can adjust the angle. I'm going to move it back up. You can see how it's coming through. It takes a couple seconds just for the video to clear up, but it's pretty fast when it comes to overall responsiveness. You saw that it was a little grainy, but now it's cleaned up really nicely. Now another feature that you have besides the talk feature is the listen feature. So by pressing this button, you're going to hear what's going on. So if you have pets that you want to listen to where they're around the house and you want to just call them, you can press this button. We're going to get a little feedback because you can hear my voice coming through the mic. Let's go ahead and do that. You heard that, right? So, and the neat thing about it is it kind of has a buffer. So even it didn't start immediately when I put it. It had like maybe a second or two before I pushed the button. I was able to hear what was going on. The mic is pretty loud. Let's push this. So as I'm talking, and again, we're getting a little feedback there. And again, remember, you do have some of the controls there to increase and decrease the volume. So it's a very, very complete system, and the quality is good. Price point is, I think, really, really good, very competitive. I think I saw it just under $130 on Amazon. But remember, the prices on Amazon could fluctuate. So, but for 4 cameras to have this kind of capability and to have an app that has all these features, I think it's a good buy. Now, the last thing I wanted to share with you is the night vision capability. So, turned off all the lights in my studio. I'm going to zoom in here for a second so you can see what's going on. And what we'll do is we'll rotate this guy right here. So let's get that in focus. You can see the night vision capability. So it does a decent job of blowing things up. And I'm going to move the camera further back so you can see what you can expect from a quality. And I'll bring it in. Okay. And once again, what you can do is zoom in. Some of the images right here on the actual recording are coming out a little bit blown out. Let me see if I could adjust that so you can see that better. There you go. So you can see the figures, everything that's going on. As I zoom out, you can see what's going on there. I'm going to rotate the lens just a little bit so you can see even better. So decent performance for night vision. Again, there's going to be a limitation as to how far the image is going to be and how much it can pick up. But for this price point, I think it's a good performer. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you, for those of you who are considering the cloud storage, which I highly recommend, you have multiple plans. You have a 30-day plan and you have a 7-day plan. And you can either pay $49 a year or $100 a year. Very affordable. And what you get is either 7 or 30 days of storage, intelligent alerts, view mobile, and you can create and share clips. So definitely something that you can do, and you can do this on an individual camera or on a group. So your subscription model is going to vary based on what you're looking for. So something that I would consider as you look at these cameras. So guys, this concludes our review of the Zmodo indoor security cameras. Make sure you hit that subscribe button over there, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.